First thing first, I need to get these chains off. Yep. My coffee mug falls off that fender. You guys, you better say something before it falls off. You better, hey, get it. I don't want that to break. Oh, we're already 30,000 feet up in the air here. Safety first. Coffee mug, okay? Oh yeah. She's covered in old coffee. Well, hell, let's just try to get the very corner of that leaf spring mount. And no jack stand. What do I got? Zip ties, and I better get tools. Yep. I like using tire chains on the old Willys, because with that 72 horsepower 4-cylinder, you don't have a lot of wheel spin, you know, and these things are older than Betty White. And the back tires are some new old stock Desert Dogs, which are awesome. I cherish those more than life itself. These I need to change out. They're probably from the 60s, like a 2-ply PVC, dry rotted, tubed, all that stuff. But when this thing gets in my woods and it's just a little muddy out, these old treads pack with mud, and then I just can't get traction, and there's some steep ravines out there, and it just doesn't do well. So I put chains on the front to kind of give it some grabbing ability. It's worked out so far. Tire chains are, if you've never used them before, I would practice putting them on and off before you need them. What in the heck is going on here? That's pretty stout for a Wuhan zip tie. There's a chain, tensioner. Your rubber rattling around in that tire. This is not an exciting day. You know what's crazy? Tire chains used to be a everybody type of thing. Everybody had a pair in the day. Maybe not used them, but had them in the trunk of the car or something. The family goes to vacation. Gatlinburg. If you grew up in the Midwest, that's where your childhood vacations were. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Some of those mountains, you need to chain up in the old winter time. Not bad for 1,000,000 years old. Not bad. So much tire rub in here. The pink paint is showing back. I need the right tires for this Jeep. Some skinnies. What are these? P235 75 B15. Replaces the L7.8. Well, 15. That's what I need to go back with. Polyester fiberglass. Belted. I'm guessing DOT was not a thing when this tire was manufactured, which DOT came around in 1966 and really didn't do anything to the following year. That's where you get your like your 1968 cars with the reflectors on the fenders, and then by 1970 you had to be able to see your turn signals and marker lamps and a reflector. The good old days. Alright. How did these go? Driver side or left-hand thread or something? Passenger side is good, not normal, right? Lefty. I'm getting old. Speaking of old guys, maybe you can comment below what year that the engineers figured out that centrifugal force wouldn't loosen your lug nuts on a tire. I think I'm right. Am I right? The driver's side, you gotta tighten to take off whatever thread. This side is normal. I was not a young man when I learned that. I don't know if it was this vehicle or another old one that I was trying to bring it around and was doing brakes on it, or maybe they were locked up and I was just hammering on the lug nuts on the driver's side. And, probably destroyed a wheel. Hey goat, you want a tire? They like tires. I redid all the brakes on this. A little pigtail, piggy, curly Q. Ooh, I did rubber, hard lines. Still stops like garbage. Anyway, this is what I need to fix. Why don't you flip your jig into this honey hole and I'll show you what I'm working with. Okay. So here's your hat channel for your fender support. Oop. That's nice. I don't know if I should bother unbolting that or not. Probably just clean it up the best I can and weld it or bend a piece of sheet metal. Oh, we'll figure it out together. Frame's pretty good on this guy. I had broken on the passenger rear leaf spring mount off the frame out toying around in the woods, and man, I stick welded that with a Bobcat on my service truck, and I'll tell you what, these frames they are beefy. Like, I don't know, 3/16. Boxed? Nope, that's just boxed in the front. Channel over here. That's okay. It's okay. Pretty good. All bent up there. Alright, let's figure out what I need to do to make this happen. think once I get that tacked, I'm gonna make a little piece that'll go from that bolt to do a better job. We need to do better these days. Okay, I've got a new plan. So I'm not gonna hack it as bad as I was. I'm still gonna tack that in there. Then I'm gonna get a piece of round bar, maybe a 3/16 round bar, 1/4" round bar, and bend it down to here. Build kind of a brace on both sides to bridge that gap. And it'll be great. But the trick is, I need to find it. I know I had some when I was making door hinges for the CJ5. And my steel organization is subpar at best. Oh, I know where it'll be. The old welding cart. Ah! This stuff, what is it? 3/16 bar. Probably just cut it in half, bend it, make that work. Let's see what I can do with this real quick. Let's get to work. Here's a little trick for you folks out there. When I've got some bends and twists and stuff I need to figure out, I just get one of these wire tie night ties. What are they called? Twisties, something. Anyway, real bendable. Yep. So I just laid it up against that hat channel and figured out my bend. So once I cut this in half, I can figure out what I want. But first, this is the only round stock I got. 16 inches, half of it's 8. Is that what I need to do? And when you're cutting metal, you need to do the right thing and make sure you have 2 carburetors you have to rebuild laying right next to it, some valves and some springs and keepers and retainers that need to get cleaned and go in the engine, and an engine behind you that has freshly been rebuilt but the heads and intake are off. That way it's real vulnerable to metal chunks getting inside. That's what you want to do. That's the smart thing. Now I'll take my twisty. Hopefully this is long enough and I didn't just screw myself over. We'll get a little shorter. Start a bend there. What's nice about this stuff is so little I don't need a torch. Start coming up there. Go straight up. Looks like that'll do. Where was my, look at that. I am so good. I'll just do the same thing. Sure, why not? Looks good for my house. Crap. Alright, well, that's that. Let's go see how they fit. Alright. So the idea is I'll catch the heel of that hat channel off the heel a little bit better meat to weld to put a little bead right in here. And this, we'll get to the face of that hat channel there. It's kind of rusted out, just put a bead in there. And that, the way I bent this one fits better on the front side. And this one's a little wonky. We'll just do the same thing. Can't see that, but it fits perfect. I'm pretty good. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit more and fire up the welder and tack them in and see what. Oof. Oh, it's coming apart. It's raining 1953 on me. Let's get this puppy figured out, huh? Well, how did I? Oop. We're penetrating, boys. Mm-hmm. No fire? Good, you okay? Yeah, welding in my barn is always usually if I'm doing a lot of welding and cutting, I put fire blankets up on the goat pens because I don't want to accidentally, you know, burn my life down. That'll do. I wonder if I turn my welder down real low, I can. Let's not get carried away now, huh? Is that going down? Is that what? What? Oh, did I use the wrong one on the right thing? We're good. Moving forward. Ha! It's gonna get dicey. Good, you okay? They went outside. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't blame them. Alright, you guys still with me? Good. Mm-hmm. 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 Turn her way down. We'll have that on these bigger jobs. All right, let's see what that does. We'll clean her up with a wire brush and get you in there. And don't make fun of me now. That's not very nice. All right, well, this is what we got. We got a 3/16 rod that I bent up, welded in there. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed either. I don't think I let anybody down. Let's get this camera like, whoa, what's happening? Me and technology, I mean. My peanuts over. Looks, it's better. Better than it was. We'll paint that right one day. Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, all right. Well, that's that. Let's get this tire back on and move on with life. Well, I think one thing I'm gonna do while I got this right up in my face like a pair of glasses is go ahead and get the grease gun out and hit all these Zerk fittings and stuff and things and serviceable. I I've got a diagram, wall art over here in the Route 40 Rust Daycare Center. Where are we at here? Yeah. The Universal 4, 1945 to 64, all models. That's me. Gives you all the words. I can't read. Gas tank, tires. Oh yeah, see all these little grease fittings that you can hit. Kind of calls them all out so you don't miss them. They're everywhere. Boop, 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 boop. So we're gonna go ahead and hit all those. Check chart. Cooling system. Yeah, I think I just printed this off the interwebs for my own references. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and maintenance on this guy while we got her up here and do things before we put that. Ooh, like orange or red. That's fun. Grease the schnuckles. Yep, this thing is, she's a trooper. Let's wheel this guy out of here. Stay. See what these goats are up to. Probably just gonna run away. Swiss, 3 feet. No, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Okay, they're going. They're going in. Bye, guys. Yep. So much for hanging out with goats for a little bit. Sorry. Well, here comes big girl. She could barely. Oh. Tulip. Come here. You just gotta sneak in there on them. See what they're doing. There you are, Tulip. Don't shh. Say hi. Yeah, these our goats, they don't interact very well right now. We usually we have them for dairy, so after we breed them out and then the kid, we get them on the milk stand, and by that point you have a pretty good relationship with them, handling them a lot. But they've been off this winter, so she's kind of leery unless you come in with some food. Yeah, she's a big girl. She's an alpine. We got some alpines and some Nigerian dwarfs. Tulip, what are you looking around for? She usually jumps up and judges my work, especially when I'm engine building over there. She just pops her head up and, all right. And she might be preggers. Are you preggers? Sure getting fat. Mow the hammer, wine and dine you, maybe. All right, we'll let you be. We got our own work to do over here. We got things to do. So the wife heard I just scrapped the radiator and 2 heater cores, and I have $12.38 in my pocket. So she's making me go to the grocery store, pay for all the groceries this week. Typical wife, really. So that's where we're going now, right? You're gonna make me pay for it all with my scrap money.
Yes.
Ooh, can we go to Lowe's?
No.
Can we go to Culver's?
No.
Orange line. Ooh, can we get a new hitch receiver at U-Haul?
No.
I don't really like Culver's anyway. Ooh, let me get a Tractor Supply.
No.
Harbor Freight?
No.
You did need something from Harbor Freight, didn't you? All these kind of sucks. Crap stuff cheap. We did buy our speakers there. License Bureau, can I go? No. Oh, Napa. Can I go Napa? Ford dealership and get a new Dark Horse Mustang. Ooh, KSC. I don't have enough scrap money for KSC. Have you been in that DG? Sketchy place. Groceries. We got Dodge Dakota. Next Cherry. Dill pickle. What?
Sorry.
You're alright.
Do you want oysters or Tex-Mex?
Oysters. So good. How much are these? $1.35. Buy a bunch. That lady was trying to figure out why I was videotaping pickled popcorn. See that? There's... Now what? My belly and my bank. $2.12. I paid 50 cents off the Amish last week. Yeah, boy. Can I get waffle cones for my ice cream? They're $1.59. If I've got $12.38 of scrap money that you're gonna steal, I want better ice cream. Well, all my money's gone now, but we have groceries. And Tulip's back. All right. Anyway, what were we doing to the Willys today? That's right. It's gonna hit all the grease fittings on this thing. There's probably some on the brake and clutch linkage and stuff, and probably reference that maintenance chart again and go through it. I mean, it's summertime, and I know I'll be dropping trees and pulling log splitter, pulling logs out of the woods with it. So I'll go ahead and check fluids on it and ignore the rest. All right, let's see if any of these old bushings it'll hold any grease. Come on now. Nope. Let's just squirt the grease on it. doing the wrong thing the right way. Better than nothing, I suppose. What about you, little feller? Oh yeah, you're hungry. I'm okay. I'm okay. Looking at a whole bunch of very bad things. Just keep them to yourself. It's not polite. Out of grease or extra hungry. There we go. Oh, look at that. Ah. Oh yeah. What else can we hit from right here? You? Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing like it. See if I can do it. Reach around. Get. I can't. Okay, we'll kind of circle back to the new spring. What about front drive shaft? Hello. How are you? I'm blinded. I can't see. How about that? Can't do the thing with the thing, because the thing. Oh. No. Hope you can see, because I can't. That Milwaukee light is like passing one of those new Jeeps on the road. Don't tell me I didn't put a non-greasable. You notice your shop light? You always have a hard time finding a spot to hang it. I can taste 1950s. Then you get it hung, and you can't get it unhung. Nope, we're doing things. Oh, who not blinded you? This is bad. How about that? Anyway, anywho, I don't have a grease fitting on that front U-joint. But that's okay. Feels good. Feels good. Oh, there's one right in my face. You wear that grease fitting like a pair of glasses. Let's do this. Let me hang you there. Get here. Get in there. Take it. Take it. Take it. One of these days I'm gonna buy one of those fancy, oh, I took it, Milwaukee M18 grease gun. You can load up a skid steer track in no time. I don't see anything on the shifter. See what we got going on here. I'm blinded. So many lights. Oh yeah. Couldn't get. I did get that one. So old. I think the back is missing one there. Yep. Knew it. Get that guy. Gotta get that guy. And figure out how to do these knuckles. The schnuckles. We'll circle back to those. Alright, that's enough for greasing. For now. See what we can figure out here. Help. Need one of these goats to help. Tulip, you're not being helpful. Okay. Yep. Oh, I know. I know. I need, and I can only find someone who wants to sell me, peanuts, the entire oil bath. I need the cup and the clamp, so I could, put my oil in there and clamp it. I've been looking for one loosely for a few years, and everybody's like, $100 and something for the whole bath, and I just don't want it. So I grease up these air horn tubes, because they just dry rot out so quick. That's dielectric grease. They're like $6 for a crown one, and no one makes a good high quality rubber one that you use, so I got about 4 of them. Maybe that helps the mice from chewing on it. Yep. Anyway, if you got an oil cup and clamp, comment below or just message me, call me, send me a birthday, Christmas card. Say, hey, Nate, got what you need, buddy. Been going without it. I've actually used this Jeep to pull a 10-foot International Harvester disc on a garden just for fun, and it gets kind of dusty in there, so I would take a oily shop rag and kind of rubber band it or zip tie it to there just to keep her breathing clean air. You don't want this old engine catching the Wuhan virus. These things are getting hard to get your digits on. This is a F134, and F is not flathead. That would be the L134, which is the previous engine design. And for all you people not in the know, not having a flathead, more these peanuts are just tempting me. Oh, I got more crap on this fender. Yeah. Okay. That's why the CJ3B has the high hood, because you gotta fit the F134 in there with the carburetor and the valve cover and the head. And the previous Jeeps, the CJ2As, had the better looking, flatter hood, because it had the L134. This one's known as the Hurricane. If you had a 6-cylinder flavor, it would be the Super Hurricane. If you had the L134, that's the Go Devil. Go Devil. Because that would be same thing you'd have in a MB, the War Jeeps, and the M38s. This valve cover's been leaking for a while. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Run on that oil for another 10-15 years. juice in it. New belt, a little loose. I already topped off that battery after the winter went through. I know these are new plugs and plug wires and new distributor. And I put a new fuel filter on it. So I think I need to go through and grease those knuckles and check the front and rear diff. It's got a Dana 44 in the back. I don't know what gears are in this guy. Welded. Looks good. Looks good. That original color is called Woodstock Green. You're welcome. Okay, I'm no expert on these Dana 25 closed knuckles, but some of this is starting to ring a bell. There's a diff cover style drain plug. I know that much. And I don't think it's gear lube. And I don't think it's quite grease. I think they called it like chassis grease or something. I don't know. Gosh, it looks like transmission assembly lube. There's some in there. I don't think there's any seals. I was looking for a grease fitting earlier because I thought you could grease something. Like just get some on the surface of the knuckle. I don't know. I think I'm gonna peek in there. I don't know if you can see in there very well. There's some good looking grease. So I think I'm gonna not put dirt back in there. And as long as there's some grease in there, I'm gonna call it good to go. This thing just putts around the property most of its life. So I think you could put a thick gear lube in there, but it'll run out. I think some guys do that, if I remember correctly. If you are a closed knuckle aficionado, comment and let me know the best way, or do you disassemble and hand pack everything? I don't know. Let's check the other side. This other side looked about the same. The same clean looking grease. Can't get my banana hand in there. Smells good. I'm happy. Yeah, maybe Toyota guys know a lot about these things. I don't know. Why don't you share what you know with me? Comment below, please. Educate me. I'm just one guy in a barn with some goats trying to do things. That looks good. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw this wheel back on. I'm gonna crack the barn door a little bit. I'm gonna fire her up and let her run for a second and see how that goes. That's a strong fender. Yeah, boy. She'll run, I guarantee it. Might take her a second. This thing's been a good Jeep for us. All right. Before we fire this thing up, I do remember the last time I ran it, and that was Christmas weekend, because we had a real bad winter storm, and I had to get this out of the barn so I could get the 66 in, because I was doing body work to it, painting something, I don't know. I remember I had this thing outside in like a blizzard covered under a tarp, and I remember when I get to start it and bring it in, I had a bad connection. I think this positive cable to the starter was getting hot, maybe. So I think the least I could do for it is clean that up a little bit and tighten it down. See if that allows the amperages to do amperaging things. Gear wrench would do gear wrench things. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure I don't let the smoke out. The goats were worried. They've seen a fire or two. Alright, time to do the thing. Don't worry, I fit the other way. Let's do the thing. A bunch of that. We got things. We got, that's a tailpipe doing tailpipe stuff. I got a shackle hanging on. I got a shift linkage off of a Dodge dump truck. My tractor fuel tank and all my, oh, nails, needed those. Yeah, not bad for not being started in, what's it, April now? I haven't started it since, oh gosh, maybe just after Christmas. She'll clear up. Just a little condensation in the muffler, you know? Doing all right. Still got my deer legs from a few hunting seasons ago. I don't know why they're in there. I think I had some turkey legs in there, but the dog must have snagged on them, pulled them out. Yeah, Atlas. I think they used to make bottles, like jars. Was it Atlas Hazel Atlas? Used to make like milk jugs and stuff. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Comment below if you're a headlight guy. I think those are, can they be collectible? I don't know. I think everything works. Lights. Just joking. Got those. don't know why I don't have headlights. Well, 1953 CJ3B. Running great. We got her all maintenance on, serviced, ready for the summertime. This is pretty much the four-wheeler that I use, or a side-by-side around my property. If you got an old Jeep that you still got hard at work, comment below, share your story. I love hearing everybody's comments. I've heard comments about tractor stories, junkyard stories, Willys stories, campfire stories, love them all. And always subscribe. I can't do this unless I'm getting subscribes and views and all that good stuff. It kind of keeps the show moving. Tell me what you think, guys. Look, we'll even get oil pressure. Watch this. That's 40 pounds of pressure. She purrs. She purrs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where are you LS guys? Yeah, boy. No, that's very pathetic. That's like 70 horsepower when it was new. Probably like 50 now, all worn out. Anywho, I gotta get back inside and, you know, see if the wife wants any more of my money, my scrap money. I got stuff to scrap. You guys have a good evening and thanks for watching.